Every year, the Mac faithful gather at the Macworld Expo in San Francisco to ogle the latest software and hardware for the Mac platform. Almost 400 vendors are on hand, and expectations are that this year's attendance will surpass last year's almost 40,000 visitors. If you couldn't be here, don't worry. We walked the show floor for you to check out some of the newest products being offered and to find out what, besides Apple's own goods, you'll be coveting this year.
So I'm Derik DeLong. I'm here for Macworld with
Raleigh Leday
of Macworld Computing. We're going to take a look at the Axiotron mod book, which is probably the one new Mac you're going to see at Macworld Expo this year. So why don't you tell us a little bit about it? It's a tablet Mac.
It is a modified MacBook. It's the name Mod Book. And what we have in here is a new Toshiba screen and a Wacom digitizer in here. So you have an actual tablet. This is not a touchscreen. This is an actual tablet. And so you have to use the pen. But what you gain from using a pen and using a digitizer is really precise control. You also gain additional buttons. There's two buttons here that are programmable, and there's also an eraser for the applications that understand eraser. So you can put your hand on here, there's not going to be a problem, and you can work right on the screen.
Oh, that's cool. So now I was being told that you have an ink book. Is this program for like note-taking and drawing?
So with InkBook, you open it up and you have a notebook metaphor. You can just write notes, and you can write notes on another page, and you could say more notes here. And you can sit here actually, and you can write. You can do sketches of your son perhaps, and change your color to blue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this whole thing. I'm going to join these together, and I'm going to say that this is a sketch so that it doesn't try to recognize it anymore. And now, when I come up into here, do this again, you'll see that it puts the text, and it kept what it thought was an image.
So what are the specs are what? They match a regular MacBook?
Right. It's 1280 by 800 screen.
Okay. And now the price is what?
The standard price is $22.79.
Oh, that's cool. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dan Moren from Macworld, and we're here with
Eric Stewart
from Codeweavers, who is going to talk to us a little bit about their product, Crossover.
Yes.
We're all familiar with things like Parallels and VMware and Boot Camp, which let us run versions of Windows on our Mac. Right. How is Codeweavers different?
Well, the difference with Codeweavers is that it does not require the Microsoft Windows operating system in any way. Additionally, it is not a virtual environment, so it allows you to run your applications within your actual Mac desktop, integrated with copy and paste, minimizing to the dock, and all of those sorts of niceties that you expect from a normal OS X application.
How would you say it compares speed-wise to something like Parallels or something like Boot Camp?
We have generally found that we are faster than Parallels. We have not done a direct comparison with Boot Camp, but that requires a full reboot of your computer anyway, which will cause an interruption in your workflow.
Well, finally, I got to ask, because the big problem for me with Parallels is that there's no 3D support and there's no ability to play gaming. Now, I thought I saw that Half-Life 2 was somewhere in your compatibility list.
Yes, we officially support Steam, and that includes Half-Life 2 and Counter-Strike Source. So we have 3D support that is both for OpenGL and DirectX 7 and 8 level. We're also additionally working on DirectX 9 and 10 levels for future games as well.
And how much does Crossover go for?
Crossover goes for $59.95. That's available from our website for a download version. There's additionally a boxed version that will be available for $10 more.
And it's shipping now?
And it's shipping now.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Eric.
Thank you very much.
I'm Scott Silverman with Macworld, and we're here at the Equinox booth at the Macworld Expo, and we're going to take a look at Media Central, which is an application similar to Apple's Front Row, and it lets you organize your digital content such as music and videos. So let's take a look. A couple of things we wanted to take a look at was the Media Central and how it kind of compares to the newly released Apple TV, and and with Front Row. And so there's those two applications which Apple has now and the device. So how does this kind of fit into this? What are the differences and maybe some of the advantages that Media Central might have from the Apple release products?
Well, one thing that we've been trying to do since the release, it was really to bring all of your media together and bring it into your living room. Now, Apple's Front Row and the Apple TV, it's a great product, and we like it, and I can't wait to play with it. But the only flaw or disadvantage I've seen is that it doesn't support DivX, it doesn't support various AVI formats and these other more obscure formats that tend to be a little bit more on the popular side with users rather than with the companies providing the content. So what we're trying to do is allow people to have this in one location and just be able to access it. Pictures, movies, music, whatever you have, just in one nice, easy little
Is there
book.
a chance we can see something? Go ahead and play something for us.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what I have in my movies folder right now. How about Jack Jack Attack?
Sounds good.
No, we had to turn off the audio because it is a little
Yeah,
loud inside.
it's a little loud. Everyone here is competing for sound space.
Absolutely. But as you can see,
Yeah, just like
if you have it, it's just like the DVD.
Arrows, fast forward, everything pause.
You can, if there's chapters available, the arrows will take you back and forth. Shift right will skip it, as well as backwards. Your up and down arrows control volume. Escape to get back. Left. There you go.
All right. Well, it's Movie Central. Thank you very much for your time.
Very welcome. Have a great one, man.
You too.